Okay, I want to talk about the relationship between Nigeria and South Africa. Now, in recent times, both countries have not been enjoying the best of relationship. The two citizens of both countries on social media have been moving mad, going at each other in the most like unhealthy way, insulting each other. Once there's any story not so pleasant about South Africa, instead of Nigeria to show sympathy, we go like, yes, good for you people. The same story when it happens to Nigeria. If there's any story about Nigeria that is not so pleasant, they go, yeah, it's good for you people. How long are we going to continue living that way? What is even wrong? What's the problem? Where did it all start? Where did this whole problem? I don't. Nobody even knows the genesis of this whole beef. Like, what is going on? Like, we resent each other like there is something that we are dragging. We're not even neighbors. We're just brothers on the same continent. What is going on? Why can't both of us, both countries, why can't we, as in, like each other? We don't have to love each other. Why can't we just accommodate each other in a very friendly and loving way? What is going on? I even got an all-time high, like the beef got an all-time high when that Chidinma's case. The African child, that was contesting for Miss South Africa, Miss Universe South Africa, was forced to pull out because obviously her of her Nigerian roots. Then she was invited to Nigeria, and then she entered for the competition in Nigeria. She won and then went to, the main competition in Mexico and then came second. I don't know what is going on, but they would have put like that should have ended. Okay, she has left your country. That should have ended the whole beef. But then it continued. What is going on? Why can't we love each other? We have more that unites us than what divides us. Why can't we explore all those things? Do we just enjoy? Who are the people behind that is pushing this agenda of hate between both countries? Like, it's no longer healthy. It's no longer healthy. We can't even show sympathy to them when they have some kind of issues. They can't show to us. We just want to see them in a terrible situation. They want to also see us in a terrible situation. Why? Why? We are brothers. We are on the same continent. We all have the same skin. Because I noticed that it's more of the, black South Africa against Nigeria. It's both, you know, people with the same color that are having issues. What have they done to our mentality? Even if we have issues, is it so big that we can't settle it? We have a lot that can unite us than what can divide us. Honestly, both countries enjoy a very good trade relationship. I mean, come to Nigeria, MTN in Nigeria, multi-choice. If you go to a ShopRite, some of the products there, they're from South Africa. And I want to believe that maybe some things from Nigeria, they're over in South Africa as well. So why can't we explore all those things that will strengthen our relationship? What is going on? Now, recently, the presidents of both countries, Bola Ahmed Tinubu of Nigeria and Cyril Ramaphosa of South Africa, met. And coincidentally, this year marked 30 years of their bilateral relationship. I think it started since 1994. So today this year they marked 30 years. And they met in South Africa, and it was just a very good message their meeting supposed to send across to both countries. But it's like they're not having
As we mark 30 years since the establishment of diplomatic relations between Nigeria and South Africa, we see a bright future for our relationship. Our strong bonds of friendship provide a firm foundation for our two countries for more meaningful economic cooperation.
Have accorded due to recognition to our shared history of collaboration and cooperation. We must ensure that the spirit of the collaboration and cooperation between our two leading countries in Africa will intensify and deepen under our leadership of our respective nations.
The president, South African president said they want to start giving like Nigerians, some business visa for Nigerians to come and do business, and they are all calling for their president's head. Like, what is going on? I'm not here to actually put the blame on anybody. All I'm just trying to find out is how can we settle this? What can be done? Who did what? When did it start? Okay, can we all just talk like in a civilized manner? Maybe we should have like some personalities, maybe in Nigeria and South Africa, should have some sort of like a Twitter live where we can all come and like pour out our hearts in a very civilized manner, and then talk about what our grievances are. Because I'm not even saying that maybe at some point, maybe one of us have not offended each other. I'm not even going to say that because I don't even know anymore. Because the level of this beef, I know no one can tell me that nothing is wrong somewhere. So all I'm just saying is that we can have a civilized conversation, because it's the youths that are having this issue. It's like the elderly ones are really not in all of this. They are just making their money, enjoying good relationships and all of that. Because I mean, look at our presidents. When they met, it wasn't like anything. It's even as if they don't even know that both countries are warring on Twitter. The citizens of the obviously the jobless youths of the countries, both countries are warring on Twitter over what? Chidema should not do this. Over what? Oh, a boat driver. Everybody gather. Like nonsense. We both have the most thriving genre in the world at the moment, Afrobeat and Amapiano. That is another area we can collaborate and continue to push the message of unity, the message of love, the message of peace. And you see, most of the best musical collaborations we've had in Nigeria, on the continent, most of them are between Nigeria and South Africa. You want to talk about, at least it's like Davido has so much. I know Davido have a collaboration with Musa Keys, the Champion Sound with Focalistic, the one with Mafikizolo. I know that Niniola has done something with Posiswa, or what's her name, yeah. I know that Casper Nyovest has done something with Wizkid. I know that the late AKA did something with, Burna Boy until whatever, their relationship went sour and all of that. But it was all love. We've had good. There's this guy that did this Runs and the Naira, that song. I don't know. I think it's something about Nigeria and South African collaboration as well. So we can actually harness this relationship, entertainment. And I know that even in the movies, we've all acted in so many movies. A lot of movies that Nigeria and South Africa has done together. Why are we just entering, just do our business and go? Why are we not moving? Why is it just business and then we go? Why don't we have friendship? Why? One of the biggest platform that exports African music from exports African music to the world is Afro Nation, and Afro Nation is owned by two Nigerians. Yeah, they own Afro Nation, and I know that over time they have the side they call the piano table or piano set or something, where they have a lot of the South Africa. So It's a beautiful collaboration over the years. Why can't we capitalize on that and make it big, and then continue to use, since maybe everybody, like the elderly ones, they seem not to have issues, but it's like they're not doing so much to settle it. It's us, the youth, that are having the problem here. And now we have genres that are, that is, making us happy. Afrobeat and, you know, Amapiano. Why can't we work with that and strengthen our relationship? Who is behind this horror, or what is behind this issue? We really, really want to know, because we can capitalize on our trade relationship, we can capitalize on our entertainment, relationship, we can do cultural exchange. There is a lot we can learn from both countries, from each other. There's a lot we can learn. There's a lot we can hold on to as in to bind us together. But I guess those who are pushing that agenda of hate and agenda of bitterness, is obviously they are stronger, because it pains me. It breaks my heart when I see some stories of, like, from South Africa, that it's not so pleasant, that we're supposed to show like some sort of sympathy. You see Nigerians saying yes, good for them. And the same thing they do to Nigerians as well. When they see stories about Nigeria that is not so pleasant, they start bringing out pictures, and then we're all trying to, there's this competition. Which country is better than this country? You are leaving your country to come to, let me tell you, nobody's leaving. We're all human beings. We can wake up to live anywhere in the world. We have South Africans in Nigeria. A lot of them. You see, Nigeria, the population of Nigeria is so big that our population practically swallow other people inside our country. So that's why you people think that you don't have other nationalities in our country. There are a lot of them. A lot of South Africans in Nigeria. And I know a lot of Nigerians also in South Africa. We can coexist. We can be kind to one another. We can be nice. We can show sympathy to one another. We don't have to, use the issues of our countries to mock each other. Like, we all have issues. Yes, we have our own issues. South Africa, you have your issues. But we don't have to, we should show sympathy to one another. We should love one another. If there are Nigerians in your country that are doing something bad, let the laws of the land deal with them. If there are South Africans who are doing things that are bad in Nigeria, let the laws of the land deal with them. But if there are good people, respect and love them. If there are good people, good South Africans in Nigeria, we will respect and we will love them. Everybody, all nationalities, they have the good, they have the bad, they have the ugly. We cannot continue like this. Not at all, we cannot. We need to find a grounds for settlement. Like I said, if there's anybody who can do like a very good, Twitter stream, let's all come together. Let's talk. Where we all have to apologize to each other, we apologize to each other. We can start afresh, because the way it is now, yes, we've all had at some point, yes, one issues here and there, just like everybody have with every country. But you see, for this year, it was at all-time high. The problem, the beef is like when they mention the name South Africa in Nigeria. It's so bad, it's sad, the thought that comes into our head when we hear South Africa. And I know it's same too when South Africans, when they hear Nigerians. It's not supposed to be so. You see, if you're not careful, because of what is happening, you might just meet a South African. I'm talking to both countries now. You can meet a South African or a Nigerian or a South African meets a Nigerian that hasn't even done anything to you, but then you're already showing that you're already mean to the person just just because of what? Their nationality. They haven't done anything to you, and for all you know, that might just be the best person you ever meet on earth. But just because of the person's nationality, then the person is a bad person. No. What is wrong? What is the genesis of this problem? Because I know that from the time, at least the history books, what we read and the videos we saw, we all came together. Not only Nigeria, other African countries, we all came together to be on the side of South Africa against the apartheid government. We all came together. I was I was very, very young when the great Mandela came out from prison. I didn't know much then, but we read. But I know how a lot of Nigerian musicians, Sonny Okosu, Majek Fashek, a lot of people sang. There was a time, even Chaka Chaka was our best, Miriam Makeba, Brenda Fassie. Like, we've all had a good relationship. Recently, Davido did a song, I think, and there was a little bit of, what they call it in music, sampling of Brenda Fassie. That was a very beautiful piece, you know. Can't you guys see that what binds us together is more than what will divide us? And when two elephants fight, when two elephants fight, they say the grass suffers. Because to what end? To what end? Who is gaining from this? Can you imagine if we were close neighbors? I'm sure people have not really done things stupid just because we're miles and miles away from each other. To what end? Who are those benefiting from this rancor? Who are those sowing the seed of discord between these two countries? We both have rich cultural heritage that we can explore and we can merge, that we can learn from, we can benefit from. For goodness sake, what is going on? Why are we choosing bitterness instead of love? Why are we choosing hate instead of peace? We can do better. And shun those very, very the bad eggs who want to pitch us against each other. Then they post something, and then because of their engagement, we are forgetting that these days, because social media is paying everybody and people are making money on social media, people don't mind even if they bring the word to the ground, as long as it gives them the engagement. Let us not fall for that. We shouldn't fall for that. We have a lot to lose. We might be thinking that we're far apart, you are there, we are here. But does it not bother you when you see something on social media where you're supposed to show sympathy to a particular country, maybe for something not so pleasant that happened to them, but then the other country is rejoicing over their woes. In Nigeria, we say, "No be juju be that." We can love each other. We can like each other. We can have empathy for each other. We can sympathize, if need be, for each other. But you see the worst. The worst is, I think the worst is on some people say it's TikTok. I don't know, but I've seen the worst on maybe TikTok is on another level because I just started doing TikTok, so I don't know much. But you see on Twitter, Twitter. Twitter is ruthless. When the two countries, that Chidima's time was, God, it was then I said, see, this beef, we just need to do something about it. We need to do something about it, because even some government officials from South Africa that even tried to put their mouth in this matter, they were not even helping matters at all. Like, we need to, we will appeal to our citizens of every country. If you are in another man's country, just behave well, abide by their rules, live by their rules and regulations. If you can't, go back to your country. If you can't live by their rules and regulations, go back to your country. And if you decide to move mad in their country, whatever they want to do to you, they have the right to do that to you, because you are not abiding by their laws. So anybody in your country of any nationality, it doesn't have to be Nigeria, any nationality whatsoever, because at some point Nigerians think this is just targeted at them for whatever reason, you know. So I don't know. Is there any way we can settle this? I think so. Can we have a fresh beginning? Hello, my name is Ogechiku. Or hello, I am Nigeria. And you say hello, I am South Africa. Can we start afresh? We can do that. We can do that, and then let bygones be bygones, because there is nothing that I've read now that will say this is the genesis of it. It's just the unnecessary competition here. Okay, my country is better than this. Because the world is already kicking all of us in our behinds, that the least we can do to each other is to be kind to one another. Let's love one another. There is a reason why, you see, regionally, in West Africa, Nigeria has the largest economy. In South Africa has the largest economy. I think in North Africa, I think Egypt has the highest. In East Africa, I think Kenya has the highest. In Central Africa, I don't know if it's I don't know the country with the highest with the strongest economy in Central Africa. I don't know whether it's Cameroon or uh, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, that is not my. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is that these two countries regionally, they are the strong economies of their regions. So you see how both of them can come together and then make the Commonwealth spread across other, smaller nations on their, regions. It is possible. It can be done. But first of all, let us address the elephant in the room, which is where it all started, because I know that we cannot move forward if we don't address the issue. Maybe somebody, like I said, can have a Twitter space and then, devoid of insults, devoid of harassment, devoid of bitterness, we can all get in there, talk, listen to one another. Maybe the problem here is now we're not listening to each other. Listen to one another, trash out these issues, and then we can go back to be to whether we want to be friends or we don't want to be friends, but whatever it is, that there is no beef. The bottom line is that there is no beef anymore. Our entertainment has really done a good job, both entertainment hubs, Nigeria and South Africa. Nigeria, the way we jumped into Amapiano, and we helped. Nigeria practically helped in exporting Amapiano to the world. Amapiano in South Africa, but because we don't see that beef, we're all like, musically, they are both enjoying the dividend of the genre of music that the both countries have created. We can build on that and build a good relationship from there, entertainment wise. We don't have to be mean and unkind to one another. We don't have to be wicked. We don't have to you know um we don't just have to begrudge one another for no reason. Let us talk. Let us talk. I'm suggesting this Twitter space. Let us talk And just maybe we might solve the issue. And just maybe we might go back to loving each other again. Yes, just maybe. This is my 2 cents. Thanks for listening.